Not a whole lot, man. Not a whole lot.
Things getting a little better?
Yeah. I mean, the power's back on. We survived the storm, so I was actually gonna go for a walk, but I don't know because all I'm using right now is Wi-Fi, so I don't know uh if it'll cut out if I leave the bubble. So
Yeah.
just gonna
Yeah.
stay
Holy.
right here.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, I know
is
we
this
were
your
what's up?
is this your real name? I just know you as Captain.
Yeah, Cameron's my real name.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So how bad your area get hit?
Ours didn't get hit that bad at all. I mean, we were only without power for like 3 days.
Yeah.
So there's a little damage done to the house, and then other than that, I mean, the biggest pain was no power. So
Yeah.
I mean, we got hit by it. It was a hell of a freaking hurricane. We didn't get the flooding or any of that.
Yeah.
Too far inland for that.
I was in Mississippi, oh, about a week maybe after Katrina hit,
Yeah,
and I'm telling you what, man, the devastation. I mean, I was right on the coast. I mean, I was looking out into the Gulf, and I'd look across this little bay, and I could see Biloxi. So I was right there on
yeah,
the water, and I was like, I mean, there were houses setting in the middle of streets.
yeah,
So yeah, 11-foot storm surge, I think, is what they had. So
yeah. This one was a 12 to 16, so it was pretty crazy.
hmm,
Yeah, yeah. I know
what
you and
area?
I have been kind of dancing around getting on here, and I'm
I
sorry.
know.
I
Well,
my friends on here 2 weeks ago just to do one, and I shouldn't have. Because my head was a mess. Still kind of is, but I got a better understanding of what's going on. So it's
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
all friggin' fuzzy and crazy now.
Well, that's good.
This room cannot be open because the dogs will get out here and eat the cat poo.
Oh, don't you just love pets?
Well, they don't eat their own, and they don't eat other dogs, but they will eat out of the cat litter.
Oh,
She wants to say hi.
oh, hi there.
What she really wanted was food, and she's too
I was
lazy
gonna
to
say
jump
she.
up. Yeah, she's too lazy to
Yeah,
jump up to get it herself, so she came screaming at me to pick her up.
I think you and I are about in the same boat. We both need to shave.
Uh, nothing. Yeah, this is nothing. I think I shaved like 3 days ago.
That's about what I shaved about 3 days ago.
And it doesn't take long. I mean, I'll wait for it to get out of control before I shave it.
I try to shave it before it starts like to the point where you got to either shave it and it hurts, or you got to like use a trimmer and trim it down and then shave it. I try
Yeah,
not
I
to let it.
use I use my clippers anyway. The same clippers I would use to shave my head, I use on my face.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, I'm glad you all. How far did the storm make landfall from you?
um, shit. I don't. I think we're. Hey, come on, relax. I think we're like 80 miles from the west coast. I think
Okay.
so. It didn't take long to get here.
Oh, I
It just
bet.
didn't. It just didn't bring a whole lot of water with it.
Yeah. Yeah. See, when I lived in Pennsylvania, the worst thing we had to worry about was nor'easters during the
Yep.
wintertime, especially.
Yep. But believe me when I tell you, I will take a hurricane over snow any day. No
Oh,
contest.
really?
Oh yeah.
I love snow.
No, nope, nope. I dealt with that shit for 26 years. I will not go back. It
Where
would,
were you at?
huh?
Where were you at?
New Hampshire.
Oh, yeah. You got snow. You got
Hmm.
snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when it's nice for 2 months a year, and 6 out of the 8 weeks rains or it's too humid to go outside. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the year is cold and snowy. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the move. I'll take speeding wind and potential flooding over snow any day. Not even
Hmm.
a contest. Nope,
See,
nope,
the
nope.
where I live now in Kentucky, our biggest thing is tornadoes.
Yeah.
So,
You got to pick your
yeah,
battles. You're going to have anything anywhere. You're going to have it
oh,
everywhere.
yeah.
You're going to have snow or hurricanes or tornadoes or earthquakes or some other act of God. Like you got to pick your battles.
Yeah. I'll take snow any day.
Yep.
I don't mind. I'm actually one of those crazy people. I don't mind getting out and shoveling and doing all the
My
fun
dad
stuff.
is the same way. And he asked me why I'd moved down to Florida with like the hurricanes. And I said, well, when the hurricane is done tearing through, this doesn't go for everybody, obviously, but for where we live in my area, as inland as
Hmm.
I am, when the hurricane is done tearing through, it's done. I go
Okay.
outside, I clean all the debris out of my yard, and it's like it never happened.
Uh
When a
huh.
when a blizzard, because I was in inland central New Hampshire too, so we we
Hmm.
weren't we weren't on the coast of anything. Um, but when a nor'easter would come through, that would be now I have to go out and shovel off the car. I've got to get up and shovel off the roof, and then it's probably going to snow again because that's the winter for you. And then the roads are icy, and then I have to plow out my driveway, and it's just no, no,
This
not
never
doing
ends.
it, not doing it anymore. Down here, Mother Nature comes by to be a bitch for a few hours, and then it's gone, and it's over. She goes
Yeah.
away.
Till she comes back.
But I mean, our area, we were hit by a hurricane was Irma. That was 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we don't get our area does not get hit very often with tropical
Oh, that's
storms
good.
or hurricanes.
Yeah,
You know.
I have a cousin that moved down. I don't ask me where because she told me, but I can't exactly remember where she lives in Florida. But I was asking her. I said, "Is it true that people who live in Florida, like when it hits 60 degrees, they start pulling out their winter coats?" And she
Yep.
said, "It's crazy." She said, "It gets down to 60, they pull out the winter parkas."
Yep.
I'm like, "What would
I've
they
got
do if
shorts
they
on.
saw it?" Yeah.
If they saw snow, they would barricade themselves in their house for a week. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just funny. That's just funny.
Seriously. They'd clean out all the friggin' grocery stores, and they'd fill their pickup truck bed with gasoline, and they'd go home and they'd hide until the one flake of snow went away. They don't even know how to
I
drive
was
on
going
wet
to say
roads.
that. Oh, well, that's getting common everywhere. People just don't know how to drive anymore.
Well, the thing about Florida is there's not the percentage of natives is low compared to everyone else. Most people who live in
Yeah.
Florida came from somewhere else. So you don't have Florida drivers. You have everyone from
Yeah.
everywhere,
Yeah.
bringing their own habits and their own the way they think it should be down here.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Just yeah.
it's like the big thing up here or here in Kentucky with driving, and I've only seen this really start coming on over the last couple of years. People don't use turn signals anymore. Like it's optional.
Yeah. Well, it's not optional down here, but like people are Floridians are a special breed of asshole. There's no real way to label it other than that. Because it's there is no word that could possibly define the level. Because when you're driving down the highway, the moment you put on the turn signal, because there happens to be a gap between two cars, the one beside you will speed up to close
Yeah.
the gap. They will not let you merge in. Like you can't use a turn signal down here. You can't. Unless you're on a regular road and you're at a traffic stop or a stop sign and then your light turns green and you go. Or you're at the stop sign and then you turn. That is the only way you're using directionals. If you're merging lanes, you can't use a directional because they won't let you go.
Yeah.
They will close the
Yeah.
gap and make sure you can't go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, it's turn signals are not optional here in Kentucky, but everybody treats it as optional. I was trying to follow my aunt one day. We were going somewhere, and she was in her car, and I was right behind her. And I'm like, fortunately, I knew where she was going,
Yeah.
so I made all the turns. But if I hadn't, I'd have probably shot right past her because she said, "Oh, I don't use my turn signals anymore." I said,
Why?
I'm like, they're still required. The law says you're supposed to use them. She said, yeah, I just don't.
Yeah, well, blinker fluid is expensive.
Yeah, it's getting more expensive every day. Inflation.
I get it.
No, did you see the
Oh.
TikTok where the guy sent his wife in or girlfriend in for blinker fluid?
No, but I can imagine because I've seen
Oh,
all of those. Sending a friend in for elbow grease, blinker fluid,
yeah.
board stretchers, you name it. I've seen all of those.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. One we used to love to use around here was muffler bearings.
Was what? Muffler bearings? That works. That's awesome.
I actually used to work at a car parts place, and the mechanic would get mad at somebody. He'd send them in to buy muffler bearings, and then what we would do, Fisher Automotive, we were here, and Fisher Automotive was down the road. We'd send them to Fisher's, telling them we were out of them. Fisher's would send them up to CarQuest. I mean, they would make a whole. We would just keep making the loop. They usually started with us because we were like the furthest one away.
Yeah.
But they'd come to us and we'd send them to the next, and it just kept going. There was like 5 or 6 of the car parts places that knew what was going on, so they would just keep
That's
sending
funny.
you to the next one.
That's
Oh,
funny. That's a hell of a way to get you to go away if you're causing problems.
yep, yep,
Like, get out of my face. Go get me some muffler bearings. Oh my
yep,
god.
yeah.
Oh
They would
Jesus.
it would either be because they were mad or it was a new guy and they were just pulling a prank on him. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we got several of them. You can always tell the green ones.
And then
So
I'm wondering though, how many of the new because not all new guys are inexperienced. So I'm wondering
no,
how many of the new people knew it was a joke and they still just went and did it because they were told to.
I had never thought about that, but that's hysterical. Yeah.
Right? Because like I know there's no such thing as muffler bearings and I know nothing about cars. But if I started there and they told me to go get them, I'd go get them because I'm still being
Yeah.
paid.
Hold on just a second. What's up? I'll eat here in a little bit. Um, yeah, that's an idea. That's an idea for a T-shirt for you. Have you checked your muffler bearings lately?
Right? Go check your muffler bearings.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Because like they already have T-shirts that said, they must have forgot their blinker fluid and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I know muffler bearings doesn't exist yet. So
Yeah. Oh my
yeah,
gosh, we were using that 30 years ago.
right. And speaking of the store, I went on and added a bunch of shit. Like I'm waiting for them to release all of the designs for Halloween and Thanksgiving. Would you people stop messaging me? I am busy. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I'm waiting for them to release those designs so that I can take the listings I have and like add ghosts or whatever the hell to them. For Halloween and Thanksgiving. And then I
Well,
went and released a whole bunch of new items. There's like bath mats now and aprons. If you want to cook bacon with a funny thing on your, yeah. Um and
well,
shit, what else?
I am finally back to work starting Monday. Um, so I will definitely be ordering from you in a few weeks.
I mean, take your
So,
time. The store's not going anywhere. Like this
well, that's good.
I'm well, like I understand people's need to because like I'll tag them in a video or I'll send them a message and say, hey, this is available. And the response is, I can't right now, I will in a few weeks. You don't have to tell me that. Because like
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to push you, I'm telling you to let you know. So like the
Yeah. No,
natural
I
response,
appreciate it.
yeah.
I, I'm I'm still planning on my first shirt going to be the Captain Fuckwit sign.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I'm
I
gonna
will
get it
never
in a
change
hoodie.
that name. Yeah, yeah, it's available in a hoodie. The only thing that I don't
Yeah.
like about it is it's such a long word. Like I can't break the handle up because then it won't look right. Um,
Yeah.
so it appears small. That's the only thing that I don't like. But like when you're wearing the hoodie for real, it looks big, but on the computer screen it looks so small. And I don't
Does it?
yeah, I don't like it. But then again, um the store's been having friggin' issues with new items, which I'm terrified because like the sports bras, I didn't find out that there was issues with that until after people started buying them because when I'm creating them and then previewing them, everything looks fine. It's all within the parameters and it all looks where it's supposed to. And then I
Uh-huh.
save it and it goes into the store. When you look it up in the store, it looks perfect. Everything fits, it's fine. You order it, and for some reason, when they print it, the lettering gets bigger, so parts of it's missing, or it's just way too big and you can't read
Oh,
it. So I had to get pictures from the customers, and then I had to email the creator side of Teespring and say like, "Hey, look, we got to fix this shit." Um, and like, thankfully, they weren't like, "Oh, there's nothing we can do." They took all the emails and all the names and all the addresses, and hopefully, they're contacting them to get them replacements. Because, but like the big thing was like, look, there's an issue somewhere. There's a parameter issue. There's a communication issue between creation and preview and then store display ordering and delivery.
yeah.
There's some kind of problem there because what you see on the screen is what's supposed to be printed and it's not. And
Hmm.
right now it's just the sports bras, thank God, because I've got like 800 items in that fucking store. And the only thing giving me trouble right now is those.
Huh.
Yeah. Like the two people that went and ordered them also ordered t-shirts and hoodies, pillows, towels. They all came out fine. Just the damn sports bras. Someone hates boobs. Why? Why are they hating on boobs?
I don't know. I love them.
Those should be like the thing that you focus on the most.
Yeah, they should be
If
top priority to get right.
exactly, if you're gonna get an article of clothing correct, it's got to be the bra.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Why
Yeah.
is that the only thing they're screwing up on? Is it because they're thinking too much about boobs when they're trying to print it out? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, it's like, why aren't they like? You would think when they're printed out that whoever's taking them out of the printer would oh, wait a minute, this don't look right. But hey,
Well, like, that's the thing is I don't know. That's what I asked Teespring directly. I said, "Look, is it a machine doing this or is it a person? Because if it's a machine, it needs to be recalibrated, and if it's a person, they need to be slapped across the head because this is wrong, and they've done it twice."
mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't care what the measurements are. If you know they're wrong, don't type them into the damn computer and send it through the printer and then send it over to shipping. Fix it while it's there.
Yeah, yeah,
Doesn't make any. But I mean, if it's a machine doing it, that means the machine is taking the measurements and then it's printing and then it's putting it in a box and then it's shipping it out and there's no human there. So then there's an issue with whatever's being typed into the machine. And if it's a person, they need to, lay off the fucking beer. You know, don't drink at work. Don't drink at work, kids. It's a bad idea.
yeah, yeah. You know, with what I do, I drink at work and somebody can get hurt.
Yeah.
So, but that goes with anybody where I work. If they drink, we could get hurt. Somebody's going to get hurt.
Right.
Too much big, heavy stuff that, yeah, yeah.
And of course, this is where I work. I mean, they say 90% of all accidents happen at home, but I've been hurt more outside my house than I have inside my house. Unless you're talking about
Oh,
mental pain, then that occurs here all the time.
hmm.
I'm gonna sit down. There we go.
I'm just not used to seeing you sit there without the glasses, the lightning
I know.
glasses.
They took those away. They
I
took away
know.
my glasses. What the hell? Oh, they gave me
I'm
just
almost
the.
always I'm almost always hosting, so I don't get to play with the glasses. So occasionally I'll jump on somebody else's. I'll go in and be down the comments. And they're like, "Hey, come on!" I'm like, "All right, I'm not doing anything else." So,
Right? Now they gave everyone the same glasses now. The same option that the host has. Now the guests have those too. They took
oh,
they took away my glasses. I can't be me in lives anymore. Can't do it. They took away
they
my
just ruined.
identity. They ruined my identity.
What used to be funny though is you'd wear them glasses, but when you would turn your head, of course, the glasses would disappear for a second, and
Yep.
it'd be like, I don't know, it was always kind of weird.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean once your face is no longer in screen, they pop away.
Yeah.
They pop back on. I need to find someone to make them for real. That way they won't go away.
Oh,
Yeah. What
my
have your
my
plans been for the weekend besides this?
what's that?
What have your plans been for the weekend besides this?
Not much. What did I? Oh, yesterday I changed some things. I've been remodeling. I think I showed you this. I can show you again, but been remodeling this upstairs. Like when I started, let me see if I can figure out how to flip the camera here so you can show you. Well,
You should
yeah,
have
I
an
don't know
option
how
to
to.
turn it.
What is going on? You're not coming through my earpiece anymore.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
So, but when I first got this place, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's still not coming through. All of my walls look like this.
Okay.
That old OSB.
Yeah.
So, and this was just one long straight room. No, well, there was a chimney in the middle of it. I tore the chimney out. Now the walls look like this.
Nice.
And I had to rip out. I mean, I gutted this thing and put insulation above the ceiling where there was none. I built this bathroom on here that was not here.
Nice.
So I don't know why this won't reconnect. I'll try to put the other one in.
Yeah, that earpiece may have died.
Yeah, let me try to put the other, because I usually only use one at a time. That way, when one dies, I can just quick switch it out.
Yep.
Put one back on charge. So maybe if I put the other one in, it'll. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, I'd probably have to. I don't know if I can minimize you. Can you still see me?
Yeah, I can still see you. Yep, you're coming through fine on my end. See if you can reset the Bluetooth.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not coming through the.
This is when you stare at two white guys trying to figure out technology.
Yeah, I know. I'm too old for this crap.
Because it doesn't seem
Well,
to want to cooperate.
I'm just gonna take them off and put them away and turn the volume up.
There you go. That works too.
No, what it was.
Oh,
What it was.
I've discovered these things are actually more detrimental than they, because like there was one guy I was talking to on here, and I was actually drinking while we were talking because I didn't think we were gonna be talking, so I just started drinking, and so I had to go to the bathroom a lot, and I took this out and I set it aside, and I was like, you guys don't need to be listening to me. I'm just, I'll be over here for a minute, and you could hear it all. You could hear everything, and he's still just talking as I'm going to the bathroom, and like you could just it didn't help. Taking out the earpiece and setting it aside did not help. My phone picked up on everything.
I think I might have got it fixed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Now, see what happened was when you were talking earlier, and the thing is, my friend knew that I was going to be doing this with you, and I told him I'd call him back when we got done.
Yeah.
And they tried to call in. Well, it screwed my headset all up. So,
yeah, that happens. That's how it is.
So,
See, the funny thing is it's recording on my end, so when I put it up, you're gonna be able to hear everything, see and hear everything. So
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, we have an old shed in the backyard, so I've been like tearing it apart. We're going to tear it down here in a few weeks, probably. But I've been
Nice.
using it to like build some shelves and things. So I built
Oh,
this
yeah.
shelf. I built this shelf. I put these down through here,
Nice.
and these pull out.
Yeah.
So this was actually a shelf I built back in like 9th grade. And when my daughter was about 3, she decided to customize it.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah, yes. She put her name on it, so the name's been on there ever since.
Right?
But yeah,
You
I've
can't
been
take
doing
that
all
down.
my trim. What's that?
You can't take that down.
Oh Lord, no. Never. I would not take that down for anything. So
When she was 3, how old is she now?
she'll be 17 in February.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
How time flies.
Yeah, she's driving. So she actually just got, well, until she's 18, they're called Cinderella license.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, see, Kentucky, we didn't have Cinderella license. As far as I know, we still don't. So, but in Pennsylvania, where she lives with her mom, from like, I think it's like 12 to 5, midnight to 5 or 6, something like that, during the week, that her driver's license are no good.
Yeah.
So,
Yep,
yeah.
that's how it was in New Hampshire. And that law was violated pretty quickly. Because I got a job that kept me until 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And the only way that I was getting to and from was driving. So after midnight to 2 a.m., I was driving illegally every day just to go to work. Like, and that's kind of where my sleep schedule started, I think, because I
Mhm.
had the job, um, late 16, early 17, right in that window, and I would get up for school for high school. I'd get up at 6 o'clock in the morning because I didn't have to catch the bus, so I was able to get up at 6 instead of like 5. Get up, get dressed, go to school. Soon as the last bell rang, I was in my truck going to work, and then I'd work till 2 in the morning. I'd get home 2:30, 2:40, go to sleep, get up at 6, do it all over again. And I did that for like 18 months. And I think that's where my crappy sleep schedule actually started.
Oh
You know,
wow.
surviving on 3 hours of sleep a night. That's where it started.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, I'm still doing it.
I
Like, I don't
can
have, yeah,
I can do those short sleep nights. I can do 3, 4 hours a night, and I can do it for like a week at a time, or even more sometimes if I have to. But then I usually have a day where I just completely crash. Like
yep.
I'm
I've
just,
had
oh,
get the grandpa syndrome where you're just,
yep,
yep. I've had
yep,
them.
pretty much.
I've had them right here on the couch. Just
Yep.
you don't realize you're sleeping. Hey, did she go to the bathroom? The bathroom. To walk out with a washcloth. Why?
Mm.
Hang on a second.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
15-year-olds. You gotta love them.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since I had a 15-year-old, but yeah.
You know that moment where you ask a direct question and they don't answer you?
Oh gosh, yes.
They yeah, they walk away saying never mind, or they just don't answer at all.
Hmm. Act like you didn't even say anything.
I
Yep.
don't think
I know that.
anything makes my blood boil more than like if you're ignoring me because you didn't hear me, which is very possible, fine. But if it's deliberate, that nothing
Oh, I
sets
know.
me off faster.
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying.
and like
Um,
having to repeat myself because it was deliberate. That's never fun.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I Well, we know you had the hurricane down there. We're looking at our first frost later this week.
Hey, have fun with that.
I love it, man. I love it. I honestly, I like the cold nights and the days when they get a little bit warmer, 60s and 70s, where it's not too cold, but it's not too hot. I
Yeah.
like that. We all can't have Florida weather.
Well, you should.
Well, you should. Nah,
Florida weather.
I keep saying if I can ever get my company to build a plant in Antarctica, I'm moving there permanently.
You'd go negative 70 degrees. That's your thing.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. My grandfather used to say, I can always put more clothes on. He said, but I can only take so many off.
Oh yeah, true.
So
But damn, man. Nope. I'm good. It would take something truly like dramatic or disastrous to get me to go back to snow. It really
yeah.
would. Like my dad's funeral would probably be the only thing that would bring me back up north.
Yeah. Our winters here in Kentucky, like, we'll get snow flurries quite often, and we'll get frost quite often. But after that, we might get one decent snow a year.
Yeah.
So, and when I say decent, I'm talking like 8, 10 inches maybe, and it's usually gone by the next day.
Yeah,
So,
see, that was my problem. Is we would get those 8 to 10 inches of snow, frost, the roads would freeze, and it would stick around for weeks. And like
yeah,
we'd have the one day that was warm enough to melt everything, and the next day it would snow again, and then it would freeze because the roads are still wet.
yep,
Nope. 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 Nope.
yeah.
Not doing
I
it.
saw my first blizzard living in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So the last time they had a blizzard down here I was like a year old. So that was
Damn.
46 years ago.
Damn.
So
That's crazy.
now ice storms, they had an ice storm about 10 years back. I mean, it literally pulled power lines down.
Nice.
Those
That's
big metal tripod,
oh yeah.
like the big lines.
Yep.
It pulled them down. It actually like crinkled them up and put them on the ground.
Damn.
They got
That
like
is a
six
hell of a
inches of ice.
storm. Right.
That was 6 inches of ice.
I know you want to be held, but you can't keep fucking moving around like Jello.
Huh.
So this is my
You're
spoiled brat right here.
now.
My only female cat.
No. Now, Cameron, how old are your kids? I know I saw a couple of videos on TikTok with them, but
15, 13, 12, and 8.
wow.
Yep. So,
Oh,
I mean, my youngest will be 18 when I'm 45. I will be a youngin' when all of my kids are adults.
oh, wow. Yeah, I'm
When
already
I'm
past that age.
yeah, when I'm 45, my oldest is going to be 25. Like I'm still going to be very young when all of my kids are like up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Not happening anymore. Fuck that noise. My
Well, and
cutoff
you
was
also,
35, so there we are.
yeah, but you also get to a point where, like, you think about it, if you have any more kids, like what age are you going to be when they're an adult? You know,
Yeah, I
like
mean, if
right
I had
now,
50 when they were 15, I mean, no, I'm good, thanks. I'm
yeah,
35. I'm 35 right now dealing with a 15. I'm not going to be 50 dealing with a 15.
yeah,
Absolutely
exactly.
not.
Yeah. You know,
Absolutely not.
I'm 46, and if I were to have, you know, even if I had a woman who had a kid today, you know, I'd be 66 by the time they're an adult, 20 years old.
Yep.
And it's like that's not fair to me or them.
Yeah. But like I mean, just like how many older couples have babies? Like why?
Yeah.
Why? Seriously, why? I don't understand.
You know, I dated a woman for a while that was 40 years old, and she was like, I want to have another child. She had a son from a previous marriage. And I'm like, oh, you're pushing it.
Yeah,
And
like nope.
I was already like 44 at the time.
Yeah,
So I'm like, I don't know.
right? Like look, sex is fun. Sometimes it's not
Yep.
worth
No.
it. Sometimes it's not worth it at all. You start
No.
pushing those boundaries. What? Why are you
Mm.
yelling at me? Jesus.
No.
Can you hear her purring? She's loud.
Mm-hmm. You
She's
said
such
that's
a
your only
spoiled.
girl, right?
Oh yeah. And she's so friggin' spoiled. If her brother had survived, they would both look the same way.
Oh wow.
You'd only be able to tell them apart because he had orange on his face. But other than that, they were twins. So I'd be holding them both because he used to crawl up my leg when he was hungry. And this one just yells at me to pick her up. There. Now leave me alone for a minute. Jesus. Meow. Meow. You know, there's 7 other cats I have to love too. Not all about you.
You have 8 cats.
Yes. Had 9. Yeah.
Do they all
Had
live in the
9.
house?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're indoor. But that makes them way less expensive. They're not bringing home dead shit that I'm gonna step on in the morning. They don't have to get certain shots because they're never outside. Hello. They barely ever get fleas. Yep, they're all indoors.
So what do you
The back enclosed porch is their room. Here, I'll show you.
Oh.
Like that's
Oh
the
yeah,
cat
I see.
tree. That's the cat tree. And then that's one, and another guy ran over here. This is our only black cat. But he's not bad luck because he has white paws. This is our only black
Yeah.
cat. And then we've got 3 litter boxes. Like this is their room. Excuse me, sir. This is spaghetti.
Yeah, you introduced us to spaghetti on one night on live.
Mm-hmm.
So
Excuse me. Why are you trying to climb my wall?
as I can.
Because I can. Exactly. Perfect
Yeah.
answer. What? Stop
So
yelling at me.
do you have little fun names you call them when they're being when they're misbehaving?
No, just there's too many names to begin with, so we just call them their name. Like that one that I showed you, Spaghetti. This guy over
Yeah.
here, this guy is Milkshake. That's one of our 3 big boys. Let's see. Hey, Sky. Let's see. I don't know if I showed them all to you. This guy is French Fry. Yeah. I'm in here. So this big sack of shit is Meatball. He's our
Yeah, we
OG.
met Meatball.
Yep, this is our OG. This is the original right here. And then this is our Cow Kitty. This is Checkers.
So,
Hello,
yeah,
sir.
we only have the one dog, and when he's misbehaving, he's got several names he might get called.
This is Lane 2. Hello, sir. Straight up alley. I know we're missing a couple. I don't know where Nugget is. 1,
Yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're missing 2. Nugget and wait. This is the problem. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we're missing Nugget. You've seen 7 of them. We're missing Mr. Nugget. You got one dog?
Yeah, he's a 9-pound killer.
Phil, I envy you. One animal. You know, it was only supposed to be one animal, but that is where it starts.
Yeah, but we call him Ferret when he's misbehaving. And if I really get upset with him, I call him Fish Bait.
Fish bait. Nice.
Yeah, because I tell him I'm going to take him on a one-way fishing trip.
There you go.
What was bad is I got to calling him Fish Bait there for a while so much, he actually answered to it.
Yep. Dogs will do that.
Yeah.
Dogs will definitely do that. You give them a nickname long enough, they forget their real one.
So, and he thinks he's 10 feet tall and bulletproof.
Well, I mean, all dogs do.
So, our next door neighbor has about a 80-pound Australian Shepherd.
Yeah.
And my little dog thinks he can take him on.
Nice. That's what we would call the little man syndrome right there. Thinks they're bigger than they actually are.
Complex.
Yep.
Yeah. Now I will say it was. I was going to say it was funny when we first bought this place and we were doing all the remodeling. My neighbor was over here and the dog came in behind him. Well, my dog was laying on a chair, just kind of hanging out, and he saw the other dog come in. Now this is that 90-pound Australian Shepherd, and he growled at him. And when he did, the Australian Shepherd whirled around and ran right back out the door. I'm like, well, I guess you're getting your bluff in on him now.
Right?
So
better do it now before he catches on.
yeah, well, he was more of a puppy then too. The Australian Shepherd was. I think he's like 2.5 now, so he's getting past that puppy stage.
Oh yeah. Getting past the afraid of everything stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. We got a yellow lab that barks at everything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it used to be so bad a leaf would blow across the yard and they'd bark, but now it's just at the neighbors' cats because the neighbors' cats are all outdoors. and they come over here to our windows to drive our dogs crazy. And one of them barks. The white dog that you saw, that's Sky. She doesn't really. If she barks, there's a reason. Yeah, she's a Beagle Terrier, and the Terrier part is Pit Bull, which is a really weird mix because she walks and looks like a Pit Bull, but she barks like a Beagle.
That's actually got to be a little bit humorous.
She's only intimidating until she opens her mouth, basically. I describe her as a bodybuilder wearing a dress. Like you're scared when you first see them, and then it's like, wait. Like, should I really be scared right now?
No. Well, my dad's actually the one that started calling our little dog Ferret, and it just kind of stuck.
Right.
But he used to back talk.
The dog, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you fuss at him and he'd look at you and he'd be like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr," and then the whole time he'd be walking away.
Yep. Yeah, like, fine, I'll go do it. Nah. Oh man. Oh, yep, it did kill it. Damn. That sucks. So we had a bush. Huge and I mean it was overgrown, but it was big, it was beautiful, it smelled good. And half of the roots got torn out, so the whole thing knocked over. And we wanted to relocate it to keep it safer, so we put it over here. But in order to relocate it, we had to rip up the rest of the roots. And we were hoping that, you know, we would take them up and then we'd relocate it and it would just reroot. But it's dying now. Exactly what I feared it was going to do. Like, we moved it to save it and now it's dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks because like the blue leaves fell off, the smell is gone. It's great. Yeah, it's dying. So we tried to save it. But like that, like this right here. We didn't plant that. If I can give you a better look. This thing. See how big that friggin' bush is? We didn't plant that.
Yeah.
That just, like, there was a plant inside that pot. That plant died, and then this was just a weed that kept going. And we didn't stop it. And now it's dead because we had to move it. But, you know, it happens. Yep. But it's okay. Because what I'll do is once it's actually done, I'll just take the damn thing out of there and throw it and then just leave it alone and let another one grow. Because it's literally a weed, so I don't have to plant anything. I just take that out and then just let it regrow. Because it will. No, get in there. Flowers are weeds too.
Yeah.
Weeds are just flowers we've decided don't look good and don't belong.
Yep.
Yes, Meatball. Are you gonna chase me around now too? Get him. Yeah, look how big this boy is.
He's a big one.
He's a 19-pound meatball.
Some friends of mine, this had been years ago, they had a 45-pound cat.
Yeah, it's possible. If I let
basically, I was just gonna say if he just looked like Furball with little feet.
Yeah, I mean, if I let him eat the way he wants to eat, 19 pounds would not be where he stopped. He would have kept going. Because this boy, I mean, look at him.
Yeah,
climbing up on me
he's a
and
big
shit.
cat.
He is a big boy. He's becoming a meatloaf. He's not a meatball anymore. Now he's a meatloaf. Pretty soon he'll be a meat wad.
Duh.
Go.
No.
Is Regina up yet? Then why are you? Dirty laundry? Go. No. Clearly not talking to you, bud. Lay down. Hey, her. Let's see if she's awake. Yeah, they all do nap times.
No.
Oh, yes, we still do nap time. All of them. They all go to bed at the same time, too. I have never done the you're older, you can stay awake longer shit. Nope. If you're still in school, bedtime the same as everyone else.
Well, it makes it easier.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. You found me again. Jesus. Dude, she won't stop.
You got a shadow.
I do. Hi. Her name is Daisy, which is still food related because you can eat daisies.
Yeah.
But all the cats are named after food. Single one of them. Yep. And I think, 3? Fry, Milkshake, Lane 2. Yeah, 3 of them were feral. 3 of them were legitimate, like, outside rescues. Lane 2 was found in a Lane 2 speaker box in Burger King.
Huh.
So he's called Lane 2. Fry and Burger King, or Fry and Milkshake, were just rescued from the Burger King parking lot at like 2 in the morning.
That's like our little dog. He was a rescue. So
You're looking tired there, bud.
I got about 3-4 hours sleep last night. So man, I went to bed around 10 last night. I woke up at like midnight, sick at my stomach, could not go back to sleep. I was up until about 4 when I finally did go back to sleep, and I was back up at like 6:30. I'm like, you got to be kidding me! This is ridiculous.
That's always fun.
And now I start my new, well, not new job, but same job, but I'll be on a new shift when I go back on Monday.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually love the shift I was on, but man, during the summertime it's just too hot because I was second shift, so I worked like 2:30 to 11.
Yeah.
And so I put in for a shift change before I left when I got sick and had to take 3 months off. I put in for a shift change. Well, when I went to tell them I'd be back on Monday, they were like, "Oh yeah, just come back on second. We're working on it." Well, then I got a call from my boss yesterday. He's like, "No. You're scheduled to go to first. Just show up on first shift Monday." He said, Tina or whatever, the new person in charge of it all, she didn't realize who I was
Oh, okay.
because she's been with the company for a long time, but she was at another plant and she transferred to our plant. So I hadn't actually met her until Thursday, I think it was when I was in there. So you're just following him around.
And she yells at me, man. She
That's
just screams at me.
That's a woman.
It's worse than my kids. She, like, all day, she'll follow me around and yell at me. I didn't even do
Just like a
anything other
woman.
than. Oh. That right there, I can honestly say, with everything that's gone on, and with all the, I never described it in detail, and I'm not going to, but like with all the um life altering bullshit that occurred like a month ago that really fucking threw my life off track. The one thing that I love about her the most is she never did that.
Yeah.
When my wife wants attention or is feeling needy, it is never follow me around and annoy me until I give it to her. It's just direct, like, I'm here, this is what I need. And I love it. It's never been that with that damn cat's doing. It has never been that. It's always just been simple and direct and fucking not. I mean, don't get me wrong. She does have the indecisive. She'll tell me exactly what she wants and then change her mind because it's not exactly what she wanted, or it's not the way she pictured it in her head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they ask a question and you give them the answer that they're looking for, but it wasn't said in the tone that they pictured in their mind. So it's wrong. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's no do-overs. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell is going on with that, to be honest. Still just like I said, it's a little more clear. My head's not as much of a mess as it was, but it's still kind of foggy. Just going day to day, working on the store, hanging out with the kids. I took two of them. Apparently there was a surprise barbecue with some friends of ours that I wasn't told about until like the last minute, and I wasn't told because it was supposed to be a surprise. But I didn't want to go anyway, and she knew that. But anyway, prior to I had talked to two of the kids about bringing them to a water park because one of them had never gone before. Two of my kids went to the water park for school functions. My youngest had never gone to one ever a day in her life. So I brought her and her brother to the water park, and the other two went to the said barbecue. And it was weird not having my other half with me. But it was also really nice at the same time because I could just sit and process and figure out where my head was at. And then, of course, like I had it all lined up in there, and then I come home and it fucking goes right off the rails again. So, you know, I can get my head on straight. I can get my head on straight when I'm alone. But the thing is, like, there's no anger. There's no anger. There's no animosity. There's none of that. Like, there's no arguments. There's no fights. It's just, for me, it's confusion. That's really it. That's really it.
Yeah.
Like I can get everything straight the way I want to say it, the way I want to do it, and then I see her and it goes away. It just disappears.
It gets all garbled up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, my ear died. Hang on. My ear died. Get my other sperm drop in.
Yeah, you do the same thing I do.
Yep. One at a time. I learned because I used to do this with both, and then they would both die. Then I'd have to rely on my phone speakers, and those suck. So.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't take me long to learn.
I just use one at a time. When it dies, I'll switch, because it'll give me a warning, low battery, and then I just switch it out.
Well, see, yours look cool. And mine are just the traditional sperm drops. Yours actually look cool. Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna laugh if I tell you where I got them.
Where's that?
Dollar General store for like $11.
Yeah. Of course, these ones are the iPod AirPods, so they were
Yeah.
stupid expensive for no reason.
Yeah. I bought these, like, what I didn't know when I bought them is they actually have a little microphone in them.
Yeah.
And so I would walk around with it in my ear and holding my phone kind of like up here so I could talk into it. And then something happened one day and I actually left my phone in one room
Yeah.
and I went to the other room and I'm like, "Can you still hear me?" And they're like, "Yeah, I hear you fine." And I actually, like, I was like, "Can you still hear me?" Like, I was trying to make sure my phone wasn't picking me up in the other room. And
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah, I hear you fine." And I'm like, "Oh, hey." So that really
Yep.
is a microphone.
Yep. You had an aha
So,
moment. Aha.
so yeah. And like I've noticed, like, if I'll do it as soon as that thing tells me it's low, because it doesn't last long, maybe about 3 minutes after it tells me it's low.
Yeah.
But if I'll go ahead and pull the other one out and put it in my ear, then by the time I take this one out and put it back in the charger, this one will be connected. So it's like I never lose.
Yeah. No interruption.
Yep.
Good stuff. We've been talking for over an hour, dude. Jesus Christ.
Well, I was kind of letting you set how long you want. I didn't know how long you normally go with these things.
These, I've had one go 20 minutes. I had one go 4 hours. So it's
Oh,
until
Lord.
yeah, it's until the conversation runs out. That one went so long that I actually ended up getting in the car and going downtown to run errands because he didn't want to stop. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Well, all I got to say is if I go 4 hours, my friend who's waiting on me to call will kill me. So,
All right.
yeah, they'll drive the 12 hours just to kill me.
Well, we'll end this now so you can go call them. But it was great having you
Yeah.
on.
Oh,
And
thank you. I appreciate the invite.
we'll definitely do it again. This is actually going right up on YouTube. I'll let you know when it's uploaded and give you my channel link if you want it.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds
Later,
good.
man. Yeah.
Take it easy.